Hi, this is Toby from LITH-TECH Mobility, and so today's video we're going to be doing a walk around. So we haven't done this in about 2 years. Quite a lot's changed. We've got new products, we've grown a lot, we've got more staff, and we really want to show and kind of get the message across that, you know, we're a specialist. We've got the most amount of products of anyone in the UK, the most amount of chairs, all the spare parts. So it's very well and good people selling their customers a chair, but can they back it up when something goes wrong? So hopefully what we're going to achieve from this video is kind of show what we're about here at LITH-TECH, so you can get a better understanding of what we do here. So I'm going to give you a little tour. Right, we'll head off this way first. So this is kind of the main demo room. This is where we keep kind of excess stock and things like that. Over here we've got some of our demo chairs. We've obviously got our 6-foot ramps, our 5-foot ramps, our lift and a suitcase ramp. The remainder of our demo chairs are all along here. So we've got the Smart Chair Pro, we've got the Carbon MT, which was the UK's first multi-terrain carbon chair, weighing just 20 kg. We've got the Carbon FS, the strongest lightweight carbon chair in the UK, which weighs just 15 kg. But it's sturdy as anything. We've got a recliner, so you can see it's got the headrest on it, it's got the telescopic footplate, all the type of features that customers might want when they recline. And last but not least, we've got our Titan. This is the most heavy duty chair in the whole world. Takes a max user weight of up to 300 kg, but a realistic user weight of about 250 kg. So it's quite hefty. This weighs at 40 kg, so it's the sort of thing you need a 2-man lift, a set of ramps or a hoist. But it's great because it's a first of its kind on the market. Just over here, we'll tread back ever so slightly. We've got about 9 or 10 different cushions that we have at LITH-TECH, all doing slightly different jobs, so they can change for different people's heights, some of their weights, their comfort perspectives. So by using these in a mixture of things like a wraparound backrest and telescopic footplate, or footplates that just rise and fall, we can get the desired effect, which means we can fit pretty much anyone. These are our different backrests, and these are our more specialist cushions. So these are ones that kind of wrap around your body to hold you in place, great for people with cerebral palsy or certain back issues, scoliosis and things like that. And then we've got memory foam back supports for people that, you know, maybe are quite little and they need to be sat further forward, or they've got certain back conditions. You can have it this way or this way, all dependent. And they're nice. See the memory foam, just it bounces straight back. Nice and comfortable. Okay, so these are our lightweight chairs. We've got the Compact, which is the world's most compact folding electric wheelchair, and then the Compact Plus, which are very compact chairs, and probably the most capable lightweight chairs you have on the UK market. They weigh in about 20.5 kg. Okay, so our demo area kind of gets smaller and smaller every single month now, really, just because of the amount of stock we have to hold. So when customers come in to greet us, we'll sit them down, we'll give them a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and the first thing we'll do is we will basically go for a consultation. So what that means is we're going to assess your needs, understand everything about you and your disability, so we can then match you with not only the right chair, but the right setup and the right add-ons to go with. But yeah, sadly our demo area's got smaller and smaller because the most important thing for us is to carry as much stock as possible. We're about 80% online as a company and about 20% physical. So most of the people that come to us, they don't ever get to even see the chair or try it before buying. They just rely on our expertise, our videos, and the fact that we are the only UK specialist. So we know all about your disabilities and we know how to fit you better over the phone than I guarantee you'd be fitted in person in any mobility shop in the whole of the UK. And I honestly believe that wholeheartedly. Right now we're holding about 450 wheelchairs in this building, already on next day delivery. And there's nothing we don't have in stock right now. So I'll give you a little walk around here. So these are all our refurbished chairs. So our refurb criteria, if customers have had their chair for a year or under and have either passed away or no longer have any use for the chairs, we can buy them back as long as we know their picture, we see pictures, we know their condition, we know the history because we were the ones that sold them. Has to be a first-time user. We do not buy back second-hand chairs. We need to know everything about the user so we know what its history is so we can sell it on appropriately to the next person, knowing there's going to be no issues, the chair's going to be in almost perfect condition and there's very few touch-ups we need to do. Through here, it's very important that you have a lower level disabled toilet. So we've got 2 loos in here. We've got a general loo and a big disabled loo behind this wall. It's got a barrier that comes down so you can hold yourself. And other than this door, it's very easy access. Once we hold the door open for you, you can get in and out incredibly easy in a wheelchair or a mobility scooter. This is our charging bay. What a lot of companies don't do and they don't realise is that the minute you get your chairs when you get your stock delivered, you need to remove all the batteries and charge them, because those batteries probably haven't been charged in about 3 months. Every battery that's lithium needs to be charged at least once a month, ideally. So if you're a company that buys a chair, and this is why so many people have such poor battery range, because most companies don't understand, when they get the stock in, they just leave the batteries in the chairs. Not only is this quite a risk hazard, but it means that you could be without, that battery could be without charge for at least 6 months before it gets sold to the customer, meaning the cells in the battery have probably lost some of their life, probably a quarter of their life. So whereas you'd normally get 10 miles range, you're probably only getting 6 or 7 miles range. So we have all of our batteries, and we've got about 1,000 batteries in the warehouse, and we have them all on charge once a month without fail. Okay, this is our main bulk of stock. So this is where we've got our Titans, we've got our recliners, our smart chairs, into our smart chair XLs, our multi chairs. As you can see, I don't know if you can get, I mean, these are just, I don't even know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got about 200 batteries there already. And then, you know, more batteries, more batteries, more batteries, more batteries. We have everything ready on next day delivery. So we don't just sell you a chair, we can back it up. If you're in trouble or you need help, we can back it up because we're experts. We can talk you through it over the phone. We've got all the parts here to back you up next day delivery. We hear horror stories time and time again that people, then they're buying from big corporate companies, I won't mention any names, but they then have to, they don't carry the spares, so then they have to wait for them for like 3 weeks, a month. I've even had customers that I know from other companies, big corporates, these are the most well-known people, they've waited like 3 months to get parts from China because they don't actually stock the spare parts for the customers. Honestly, it blows my mind. Anyway, more stock and different models. We're into our Smart Chair 1XL, Smart Chairs, Smart Chair Pros, our Smart Chairs, more Smart Chairs in black, and XS Titans. This is Jack. This is one of our warehouse assistants. Right now he's just cleaning up and testing a chair, ready for it to go out to a customer today. And I'll tell you what, let's take you up. So actually right in this little space here, this is where we do all of our testing. It's where we do all of our repairs. And it's where we make up all the orders for wheelchairs. All the accessories are done upstairs, and all the chairs are done downstairs. So anyway, let's take you through next door. And on that note, I mean, we even have suppliers that we deal with in the UK, where we have to get some of our stuff from, and they don't even hold spares, and they supply the whole of the UK with certain products, and they don't even have spare batteries, or they don't have spare rods, or whatever it is you need. I honestly don't understand it. If we were to serve the whole of the UK with a certain product, we would have rack upon rack upon rack upon racks of spares. As you can see, we do actually have rack upon rack upon rack of spares. So over here we've got all our Titan spares, our multi-chair spares, array of different motors and chargers over here, ridiculous amount of cushioning. I don't even know if you saw the amount of cushioning that was downstairs in the racks as well, but we probably got 1,000 cushions in here, and that's no word of a lie. So all of our armrests, more motors, suspension and forks. Over here we've got all of our carbon stuff, motors upon motors. I mean, every chair, even chairs that we don't stock anymore, we've got all the spare parts to them, because even though we stock that chair because we decided that there was stuff better out there or whatever, or stuff got phased out, we can't leave someone hanging that's bought a LITH-TECH chair. So even if you bought a LITH-TECH chair 8 years ago when we started, we still have those spare parts in case you need them. So I don't believe in like leaving people, you know, in the dust. Right, through here, all of our smart chair accessories. I mean, look at the amount of frames and different parts we have. Like, honestly, no one in the UK has what we have, and no one in the UK cares like we care. We literally will sort you out within 24 to 48 hours. If you do it over the phone, you're local, we can sort you out within a couple of hours. It's no problem. Smart Chair X stuff, lots of foot plates, more backrests, more frames, loads more motors, loads more frames, loads more motors. Yeah, for example, this chair is 8 years old. Still got all the spare parts for that chair. It wasn't particularly good because we just started out. Now we're the pioneer in the industry. We're going 8 years. We're actually the second company to actually join this space back in 2017, when electric folding wheelchairs have only been around since end of 2015. So we were very, very early in the game, and I'd like to think that we are, well, probably the best known brand in the UK. Certainly got one of the biggest YouTube channels in the world for views and educational videos. So let's just follow you through to the next room. Okay, so these are obviously all of our ramps and stuff like that ready, all to go out on next day delivery as well. Suitcase ramps, 6-foot ramps, 5-foot ramps. Upgraded wheels, extra spongy upgraded wheels. So people don't understand. Let's have a little educational video now about wheels. So you've got 2 seconds, let me grab one more set. You've got 3 different types of wheels here. They all look relatively similar. So wheel A, 7 inches. 7-inch wheels, which are very, very small, hard. They're designed for user weights between 24 and 34 kg. What you see on all of these chairs, and there are a lot of companies doing it. LITH-TECH are doing it, Mobility Extra. They're actually claiming that their chairs will take 200 kg, but you look at the wheels, they're 200 by 50. These wheels only take a maximum user weight of 23 stone. So how can, when you're claiming your chair takes 32 stone, do you stick 22, 23 stone wheels on them? Doesn't make sense. All that's going to happen is these are going to crack. Okay, next stage of wheels we've got. So that's for larger individuals and people. So small hard wheels allow you to turn better, because what happens is with spongy wheels, they compress much, much more into the ground. Hard wheels don't compress. That means when you've got user weight through them, it means you can turn on the spot much, much quicker. Right, next set of wheels. These are what we call our upgraded wheels. So these are what we'd recommend for anyone using their wheelchair outside, whose weight is between 7 stone and 22 stone, 23 stone. And then last but not least, these are what we call our extra spongy upgraded front wheels. Do you see? I can actually push. You can see the give on these wheels. These wheels are the best upgraded front wheels you can get, and they'll give you the most amount of cushioning, almost like suspension, the most amount of curb climbing, best camber holding. However, you will only be able to use these if you're between 7 and about 13 stone, because anything more, you've got too much give in them and they will misshape. So people don't really realise, it's not one wheel fits all chairs, and they have to fit the hub. The rear wheels have to hit the axle. They have to go with the motors. It's actually a science to it, and it really is important to match the right wheels with the right type of frame and chair for the right user. And this is what I see on everyone else's website. They sell a chair because people in China say, oh yeah, they basically, the factories in China hype it up. They say, oh yeah, it'll take 250 kg. It won't. I know the frames, we've used the frames before, they take like 140 kg. But because China, these chairs, these factories, low-grade factories in China just want to make sales, then the UK people that are selling them, we're all cheap shit by the way, are basically believe what they're saying. They're pumping out that same rubbish. But you see, they've got just these upgraded wheels, which we know only take 23 stone. They put the forks out, and the forks only take 20 stone. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the wheelchair just doesn't make sense. It's physically not true. None of it is true. It's all rubbish. So anyway, moving on. So this is our sales office. So we've got a little kitchenette. So when people come in, like I say, we make them cups of tea, coffee. It's got a little fridge for the guys for lunch. So I'm going to introduce you to Will. This is our sales representative. Likes to call himself #1 salesman. And this is Paul. This is our sales manager, and this is Dave. He's our office manager. Up here is where we kind of take the sales calls. We do our day-to-day stuff, the accounting, bookkeeping. We make up all of our parts orders here, and all of our lightweight chairs are here. The reason why our lightweight chairs obviously are up here, and we've got about 60 chairs up here, is because they're light for us to carry up and down the stairs. You don't want to be carrying Titans up and down those stairs. That wouldn't be particularly fun. So we keep the light stuff upstairs, so we keep the heavy stuff downstairs. We want to make our lives as easy as possible. Here are all our control units, all our leads and things like that. So as you can see, we've got hundreds of joysticks. Got a carer pracs, we've got loads and loads of ECUs, loads and loads of leads, all of our little nuts and bolts and things like that. Right, I'm going to take you back downstairs and then we'll kind of close out the video. So I want to talk a little bit about the industry as a whole. So when people say why buy from LITH-TECH over the competitors, it's quite simple. We've got the most amount of chairs of any company in the UK, and they all serve a different purpose, a different use case, and they serve different disabilities. Not only that, we've got, like you've seen, we've got over 1,000 spare parts in our parts department, which we can get out next day delivery. We offer a year's warranty, and that can be extended using our partners. We use Fish for all of our extended warranty and also for our insurance, who have tried and tested the best insurance company when it comes to mobility in the UK. Sort of a hi to Mike Holban at Fish, great guy. He's our rep, been with us from day dot. The good thing about Fish is they will get all claims sorted within about a week. They'll ask our opinion and stuff. We'll take some videos, we'll send them to them. And generally, we will side with the customer unless we think the customer's trying to defraud things. So things are done very, very quickly. There's not an insurance company in the UK that can do a turnaround of that in about a week. So they're great. So yeah, we partner with the best people as well. I've been in this industry so long to know the best factories, the best partnerships, the best products, the most reliable products, the best performing products. So like you've seen it, like we're the real deal. Like we're not just talk like all these other companies. We just do all of our videos on YouTube. So now you've had a little walk around, you see what goes on here. We've got a team of 6, which is great. We're still growing. We're in a 4,000 square foot unit right now, based in Farnham in Surrey, right between the A3 and M3. Really easy to get to. And in next year, we're going to be hunting for a 7,000 square foot unit because, like you can see, we've pretty much outgrown this already. And we want to keep expanding, so we've got some more ideas up our sleeve. So anyway, I hope you found this educational, useful, and also a bit of an insight into what we do here at LITH-TECH and why we should be your chosen electric folding wheelchair supplier in the UK. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.